basically what we'll have to have is certificates of who's a recovered person, who's a vaccinated person, because you don't want people moving around the world where you'll have some countries that won't have it under control. Sadly, you don't want to completely block off the ability for those, people to go there and come back and move around.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Shalom. All praises, glories, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught me this truth, as well as men of like mind. Shalom Wakasa to the elect of the nation of Israel, whom are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners that have the appearance of the other heathen nations, but are Israelites according to the seed line of your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. To you I say Shalom and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. This lesson is edifying. Now, as you brothers and a few sisters of the Lord's elect I just seen in that short clip, Bill Gates, through what we know as ID 2020, plans on mandating a global vaccination for the COVID-19 global pandemic. There's a saying, never let a good crisis go to waste. And the hegemony of Esau, Edom, which are the biblical red Hebrew Edomites, pursuant to the book of Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, which today they are known as the so-called Caucasian race, the so-called white race. Beginning with their hegemony, they have a New World Order agenda. And that agenda is to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that is the mark of the beast, in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that mark, which is the mark of the beast, is the RFID microchip. It is also known as the NFC chip implant in Europe, and it is also known as the biochip. The word bio means body, okay? And they will more than likely use this global COVID-19 pandemic as a scapegoat to obviously enforce their New World Order agenda. All right, and this could very well be the year, because this is the year of prophecy, man. Which the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai came upon El Apostle Tahar to coin it as the year of prophecy. And ever since the year began, prophecy has been rapidly coming to pass, back to back. And that proves that more so he is indeed, in fact, a man of the Lord. He is one of those ancient men that we read about in the scriptures, right along with the rest of the elder apostles and the elders and the brothers on down of Great Millstone, on down to men of like mind that teach the same doctrine in truth and in sincerity likewise. Because we've been prophesying, beginning with our apostles and going all the way back to their teachers, all these things concerning prophecy, concern Jacob's trouble, and concern the times that we are living in now. And then our apostles have been prophesying of the mark of the beast for decades to you people, telling you people out there, you Israelites that is, that the Lord is going to cause these devils to come down having great wrath, because they know that they had but a short time, being like madmen sparing none, wasting and destroying, and at the same time rolling out their New World Order agenda to trip the oikoumene, the inhabited earth, with the mark of the beast, with the RFID market chip. Okay? We see that these devils are using COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic, global pandemic, as their scapegoat to not only make money, but to also push propaganda and fear mongering to ultimately bring in their New World Order agenda. Because again, the saying goes, never let a good crisis go to waste. Now let's read the scriptures. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And the he is referring to the hegemony of Esau Edom. Now, who is Esau Edom? Esau Edom is the twin brother of Jacob, which today is Israel. Esau Edom is the so-called white race, the so-called Caucasian race, beginning with their hegemony. Esau Edom, pursuant to the book of Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, is the wicked, in whose hand, pursuant to the book of Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth has been given into. The Lord Yahweh, which is the true and only name of the power of Israel, the power of creation. Yah means he, and Hawa means exist. He is, he exists. Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, our Lord, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly and willingly calls Jesus Christ. Yah means he, and Yahweh Shai means delivers. He delivers. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hates Esau Edom. That's also written in the book of Malachi chapter 1, and also in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And it is also written in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, that Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, roughly paraphrasing. And we are at the end of Esau Edom's eon, his rulership. And that is why he is coming down, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And very soon we will see this devil show his true nature, show his horns. Because when he comes down, having great wrath like a madman spirit, none by way of these guerrilla troops, military troops during the time of martial law, he'll show you, Jakes, just how much he hates you, man. Just how much he hates us. Okay? So this is a message to the nation of Israel. Okay? More so to the elect, because the Lord only cares about his elect in these times. And for you nations as well, because the scripture says in the book of Isaiah 34, come near ye nations and hear it. Roughly paraphrasing. But more so, the message is to the nation of Israel that have been scattered abroad amongst the heathens. Now it says, and he, which is Esau Edom, causeth all people on the planet earth, except for the elect of the nation of Israel, because the elect of the nation of Israel will not take the RFID market chip. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will be with us. Lord's willing, I am of the elect, as well as you sincere brothers out there, both small and great, whether it be a newborn baby or a senior in society, rich and poor, whether they be rich in society or poor in society, free and bond, whether an individual is free in society or whether they be in bondage in the jail systems in society, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Now, that word mark in the Greek is charagma, which means an imprinted mark, a stamp. And that imprinted mark is the RFID microchip. And the root word of the word charagma is charax, which charax means a palisade or a stake. And that palisade or that stake is the syringe mechanism that will be used to puncture the flesh of an individual to then insert the charagma, the chip. Okay? And the RFID microchip itself also has the appearance of a charax of a palisade or a stake. Okay? And the root word of charax is grapho, which means of the writings, filled with the writings. Why? Because within the RFID microchip is where people's writings or people's information will be stored, will be kept. Their financial information, their medical information, everything about them is going to be stored within the RFID microchip, which will be the new form of buying and selling. Okay? And that is the mark. Okay? In their right hand or in their foreheads. And El Apostle Hall broke down what it meant by forehead. Basically means your cerebral cortex, the front of your brain. Okay? Because they have been pushing the agenda of their New World Order through something known as gradualism. Now, gradualism is the idea of pushing things to achieve a desired end in stages. Okay? Slowly, through predictive programming and other subtle tactics to get people to easily accept things and easily accept things willingly. Okay? In their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So the time is coming where no man on the planet Earth will be able to buy or sell unless he has the mark. They're going to say, well, look, in order to remain a citizen of the society and of society as a whole, you will need to receive this vaccination, which this vaccination will come in the form of a RFID microchip, which will, from this point on, contain all your information, from your medical to your financial, so on and so forth. If you do not take this vaccination, you will be excommunicado from the society, and you will be labeled as a threat. So there are different scenarios, different things that we can play out that they're gonna use, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna kill those that do not receive the mark by way of beheading them. All right, we're gonna read all that in the scriptures. Now let's read on. That he that had the mark, or the name of the beast. Now the beast is the ancient pagan Roman Empire, which came back in the form of the NATO and the EU, when America being an extension of that empire. Okay? Whose deadly wound was healed when it came back during the time of the Renaissance and after the agreement of the Treaty of Rome, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. That is 666. And we see 666 on the products that we buy. When you look at the barcodes of the products that we buy, you'll notice that there are longer lines, one on the right, one on the left, at the very utmost left, very utmost right, and then in the middle. That represents 666, and it also represents his barcode system in which he will use via his infrastructure to mandate his chip to roll out his technology. 666 in the Greek also means chai, stai, stigma. Chai and stai both means X mark. Now there's a saying in the world, X marks a spot. I always bring out this analogy. Excuse me. Now when we look at certain medical movies, before a doctor would puncture the flesh of an individual with a syringe in the hospital, they would mark the spot of puncture with an X or with a circle with a dot in the middle. Okay? And that's what they're going to do with this chip. Okay? Chi and Stai both means X, and stigma means stamp. Okay? And figuratively, when you look up the word stigma on the online etymology, figuratively it means a mark of disgrace. So those that received the mark of the beast willingly and ultimately, they are going to receive a mark of disgrace, and they will receive the judgment that is written in the scriptures. Okay? And now that we know what the mark of the beast is, let's find out what the system of the beast is. This is the book of Revelation and the judgment that follows those that take the mark of the beast and worship his image. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast. Now we know what the beast is. Again, the beast is the pagan Roman Empire, which came back in the form of NATO and the EU, with America being an extension of that empire. As image. Now the image of the beast represents the system of the beast. Okay, from his financial system, his educational system, his national defense system, his governmental system, his laws, his building infrastructure, his way of life. These things comprise and represents and is the image of the beast, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. The same shall drink. So those that receive the mark of the beast and worship the image of the beast in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And the word indignation means righteous anger. Okay? And so here, the wrath of the Heavenly Father Yahweh through his son Yahushai is being likened unto wine that is poured out within a cup, which is being likened unto his indignation, in which those that receive the mark of the beast and worship the image of the beast will drink all the way down to the dregs. Okay? Because that wine represents the judgment that the Lord is going to bring upon this earth. That will not be diluted. It will be at its full force, its full potency. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get a precept. Because the heathens, they're going to certainly drink. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 75. 75. Verse 8, it says, for in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. So those that receive that mark, they're going to drink that wine, that cup, man. They're going to drink the wine from that cup. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, fire from the ICBM nuclear missiles, and also the fire that will be shot forth from the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Heavenly Father Yahweh through Son Yahushai, in the form of concentrated rays of light, laser beams. Okay? And brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and which represents the angels and the elect, because we're going to be in those ships, and in the presence of the Lamb with Yahushai. And the Lamb represents Yahushai. Okay? And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest, meaning for a period of time. That's what it means when I said forever and ever. Only means for a period of time. And they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoso receiveth the mark of his name. And this is the judgment for receiving the mark of the beast and worshiping his image. Scripture says that the strength of Pharaoh shall be your shame in the book of Isaiah 31. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, that stay upon horses, because the strength of Pharaoh is that of the flesh and not of the, and that which is not of the spirit. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick and jump to the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter, and close out. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, true who? True Yahweh Shai. But he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is holpen shall fall down, and they shall fail together. Now let's look up that word, holpen. Excuse me. Now the word holpen in the Hebrew is itazar. Tazar, and ra, itazar. Okay, itazar, which means to help, succor, support, to be helped, to help. Primitive root, to surround, to protect or aid. Help, to help. So those that help these devils are going to be trust true. And the Lord told us that in the book of Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So though hand join in hand, though you might help these devils out there, you wicked ass niggas that sub the 2/3, the wicked will not go unpunished, and neither will you. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. I forgot what it says, trust true. This is the book of Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be trust true. Found where? Found helping these devils. Shall be trust true. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And that's that judgment that's coming, man, to those that join hand in hand with these devils. So let's go back to the book of Revelation, chapter 20, and just read the judgment for those that are not going to take that chip. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4, and I saw thrones, and Yahweh Shai told his disciples, which later became apostles, that they're going to inherit thrones, judging the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And it will ultimately trickle down to the rest of the 144,000, each man in his correct order. And they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them, and the souls of them is the souls of the elect, that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai between the time of Jacob's trouble. And this devil will enforce his no order agenda, causing all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their forehead. But the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will be upon the elect, and will be with the elect to not receive that chip. And to some of us, the Lord will have it where these devils will behead us, if that's of our lot in this walk as elect. Because some elect will die, and some will be kept alive to see, when the ships come. But those that die will, resurrect and will be on the ships. So when the other brothers get beamed up, they're going to meet us on the ship. Lord willing, we're of the elect. And for the word of the Most High Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon his foreheads or in his hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. 1,000 years represents the amount of years that it will take for the Lord's kingdom to be completely built upon the earth. Okay? And after 1,000 years is completed, we're going to exterminate Esau, Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, pursuant to the book of Obadiah 1:18, off of the face of the planet Earth, man. So that's about it. I pray this lesson will edify to the elect. Until the next one, I say Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Akakodash, Ratazah.